I'm hearing the music.
Yeah, the techno.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. Can people hear us right now? I don't think they
No,
can.
I think they can see me.
It's supposed to be on this. friend. All right. So let's see. All right. So can folks hear me? Comment in the comments if you can hear me all right. Just playing. All right. So last stream I did this chart. Index wasn't here, but what I did was I took a plain Bitcoin chart and I went through from a monthly down to a hourly and laid out my plan live on stream with fresh lines, and this is what we came up with. As you can see, we came right up to this line up here, which was already drawn in the Discord. I said we would come up. I thought we would come up to 69K and then dip. So we were waiting for a break from this channel. It broke down, which ended up being a fake. And you could have taken this. You would have probably taken a small profit and then gotten stopped out, break even. But it rallied up. And what I said was, what makes sense here, because we hadn't flushed out shorts, what made sense was for it to flush out shorts and then come down. And so I was looking at 69, it went up to 69.3, close enough. We had an overnight sell-off. We talked about the fact that ES dropped 100 points in a couple of hours yesterday, and that was likely going to be bought back, and that would then lead to Bitcoin and alts moving up, which is what we saw. And now we're in the weekend. The problem here is that we really want to see either a reclaim of 69 or a move below 64. And so to me, the simplest strategy right now is to wait for this move into this area. And if you look at my seasoned BTC, my more organized that I drew on the stream before, the plan really hasn't changed. I was hoping we would get a dip lower before this move up to 69 test. We didn't get it, but the plan is still the same. I want to see either a flush below these levels. This area would be awesome for a quick wick if we get the right response. But in the alternative, especially since it's a weekend, this is a consolidation. There's really no way around that. High time frame. Bitcoin is consolidating. So what we're looking at is right here, we held the fixed range volume area low. And so right now, I'm looking either for a move up to 70.1 to test this area, or a move down. I'd rather see a move down. It's just going to be a lot cleaner if we get a move below 64 and a nice reaction. I would go pretty heavy and work my way back up to the 72K. If we don't get it, then it's a little bit messier. I could see Bitcoin chopping around this POC, but historically, at some point you start to say, okay, well, if you keep doing the same thing, eventually it's going to stop working, but who knows when it's going to stop working. So for now, plan is the same as last weekend and the weekend before and the weekend before that, which is wait for the flush down on Bitcoin, buy it back into Sunday afternoon and Monday, unless there is news like World War III type stuff. So right in the middle of this range right now, not a whole lot. Alts are a lot better play in terms of what you're looking for. And I can tell you that the one chart that I really like right now is ENA. So we had kind of drawn this in one of the streams, and what I had said was watch for this kind of downward channel and break up. it's showing low time frame strength against Bitcoin, and I think that if Bitcoin is going to chop right around this level, I think ENA could have a good chance. I think Sol got beat up pretty bad on that whatever transactions issue was happening yesterday, so I think that could bounce if BTC holds. But for me, I'm long Sol from around 170 this morning when I mentioned it in the Discord, and that's about it. I've got a small SUI long from this morning as well, but basically, in order to add to my positions, I need to see either a nice alt breakout from a structure or a flush down from Bitcoin or reclaim of 69K. So that's where we're at. I think for the folks that are watching, this red candle was massive yesterday. I wasn't even watching it. I was in meetings, and when I came out, I was pretty surprised, and I immediately bought calls going into today. But because it was just such a clean invalidation. But at the end of the day, this is a sticky area for equities, and whether we move up or down from here is going to be very, very dependent on news. And so I think we're going to rotate back into having the market be more sensitive. If the labor data continues to come in showing that the labor data continues in its trend, then that's going to have a bigger and bigger impact on the market. And so next week we'll have a bit of a funky Monday, probably a bit of a lull on Tuesday, and then data starting Wednesday into the rest of the week. So really just want to see. I don't think it's going to move much into close. Honestly, I think we're going to probably close somewhere pretty close to 52.50, and then see what the market wants next week. But it's probably going to depend a lot on the data on Wednesday. So that being said, let's see. I'm going to put index back on. If I forgot to turn the music off again.
Yes, you did. I was about to say that.
If anybody has any charts that they want us to look at, put it in the comments. If anybody wants to be eligible, so we're going to do 2 airdrops. We're going to do the $20 AlphaX airdrops, 3 of those, and you just have to put your UID. We're going to do a DDB airdrop. So if you have a Solana wallet, ideally, I'm not an expert, so I just use Phantom. Post your Sol address in the comments, and you will be entered for a drawing for 10,000 DDB tokens, which we'll issue this afternoon. All right. What do you have going on, Index?
Nothing. Not a whole lot. Been a long week. Wasn't feeling very well. And yeah, I know you've seen it because I showed you the screenshot, but I built this what are we calling it? Competition port.
Yeah.
Over 10,000. Then over the course of a couple days, I lost like 5. So now I'm back around 5.
I think that's just how things go sometimes. Sometimes it's like things get, certain tokens get kind of stagnant and account balances get kind of stagnant, and then like you end up making. It's not unusual for me to make like 60 to 70% of my trading income for the month in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And you really like balance it out.
Force trades too, so should never try and force trades.
No, you should not.
Yeah.
And I know before we kind of get going, we do have a new AlphaX promo for new users. So they renewed the deposit 100, get 100 in trial fund. So if you want to do that, you've got to register with the PTGD link, and you will be entered into that promotion. And it does expire, I think it's April 12th, but once you register, it'll show you the countdown of how long you have to deposit and get your reward.
Yeah, so the only thing I'm in right now is a Bitcoin short that I was up 100%, and I probably should have cut then, but I got greedy, and now it's getting pretty. It's been cock teasing my stop loss
You know
pretty
what
well.
it's doing? It's like, oh, you know what? That chart's not. That chart's not updated. It's it's funny because sometimes Bitcoin correlates really, really close to equities,
Yeah,
and so the
which is
last
pretty
like
much what it's
couple of
doing.
hours, yeah, it's just kind of like tracking SPY and creeping up.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like those charts are looking very similar.
Sol, on the other hand, is looking like it wants to like move up 5%.
Oh yeah,
I just think it's risky because I think you're right. I think the more likely, and it's tough for me in when it's mid range like this because I don't necessarily have a good sense from here, low time frame where Bitcoin goes. But I suspect that if Bitcoin moves up 1%, Sol will move up 5.
right.
Uh, Low time frame. I just don't have the conf. I'm already in a Sol long, and I don't really want to add to it, but. Well, I really do want to add to it, which makes me not add to it because usually when I really want to chase something, it doesn't work out.
Right.
So better to wait. And if you don't get it, then so be it. Better than losing it. You know, I talked about it on the Discord where people say, well, you could have hit that move or you could have had that move. And it's like, if you have a crystal ball, yes,
Yeah.
you could be a millionaire by like in the next hour. However,
Exactly.
you don't have a crystal ball and you can't look at things that way.
Woulda,
And at the end of the
woulda,
day,
shoulda, coulda. That's what I would call it.
yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, just because you thought something would happen, if you didn't have the balls to put money on it, you didn't really think it would happen.
Yeah.
And if you then let that get in your head, that's just a recipe for disaster because you're constantly missing moves.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, sometimes saving the money is a small win in and of itself.
Yeah.
Um, and I think, especially on weekends, like not being in a trade is okay, and being okay with not being in a trade if there's not a good setup. A lot of times in these like bull markets, because we had a really good run, and what is it like? Bitcoin's been kind of chopping for what? Let's see.
A while.
So we topped off mid like March 14th was the what was that like 73.7. So it's been 3 weeks. We
Yeah.
had a nice pullback. It came back. We've made technically a higher low, but also a lower high, and so we've had 3 weeks of chop, and people are starting to get antsy. And the
Oh yeah.
reality is that you no longer have that strong trend. Now you have a consolidative phase, and while the trend is still up, you can't trade that the same as you were trading from you know January to March where
Right.
Bitcoin went up. I mean, that was an insane run.
Yeah.
91% from January 23rd to March 14th, Bitcoin spot went up 91%.
What was our low last year? Wasn't it around like 18 or something
Let's
on
see,
Bitcoin?
12 months. Yeah, I mean, so for 2023, it was like 16.
Was it that low? Damn.
Yeah, 16.6, 16, just under 16 on Binance in 2022, and it looks like
Yeah.
16.5 in 2023.
Imagine if you were got in then.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's when I bought like Sol at $10. I mean, that was just
Yeah.
weird. I sold my spot Bitcoin at like 20.
You sold it at 20?
I think so. I think
Why?
I like I think what I was doing, so I decided I thought we were gonna like go up and fail and come back down and make a new low before we went up. And so what I did was I I didn't sell all of it, but I kept like I want to say it was like 0.05 BTC, and I was trading the BTC pairing on BingX, and I traded it up to like zero point 0.7 BTC, which when Bitcoin was at like 18 or 20 wasn't like it was a decent chunk, but it wasn't, if I just put that in like a 3x long, it'd be worth a ton of money now. But
Right.
obviously I didn't. I thought we were going to make a new low and then move up. And then at some point, you start. But I saw this morning this guy was calling for uh he was calling for 200K Bitcoin by the halving, which is April 20th. This is the best estimate. And I'm like,
It would
dude,
be
come
funny if it
on.
does happen on April 20th.
I mean,
Happens on
that would be
420.
nuts. Like at this point, if Bitcoin starts going up, you can just hop on. But that's just not hasn't happened yet. So,
Right.
you know, but yeah, to call 200K in the next essentially 2 weeks, um, yeah, you're crazy. Let's just let's just call it what it is.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we already had our pre-halving run, which typically happens. I think that's already got us to where we are. I mean, it might go to 100,000, but I don't think so. I don't think it'll hit 100,000 until next year.
I mean, and I guess that's part of why I really want to see it take out 64 and 62 and even 60. Like, I think if we can flush out a lot of these leveraged longs and get people really bearish, and maybe that takes time. Maybe, you know, when we consider how long we chopped in certain areas, like maybe Bitcoin needs to just chill here. But I think if you get on Twitter, you can feel how the sentiment is shifting to bearish, and you can feel how desperate these guys that are calling for like massive pumps are getting as like they don't get this pump. And so to me, it's like sentiment wise, I think we're there. I think people are bearish,
Yeah.
and people like me are saying, okay, well, I'm not bearish, but at least I'm waiting for a little bit lower. So I could see it just go. But to me, it's like, I think we need to get more bearish. And I think we need to have more people kind of miss the boat. That way, more people chase and you get more liquidations and you get a bigger move up, and it all kind of snowballs if you really do want to get above 100K. Um, I think the most bullish case is sweeping 60K and then sending.
Yeah.
Um,
That's kind of what I've been waiting to see.
I just don't know. Like sometimes when something is so bullish, it doesn't. You never get that pullback.
Yeah.
Um, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
I literally just cut a so long for 15%. I was like, I don't like it. And I closed it.
It's better than minus 15%.
Yep. And just sitting in this fucking Bitcoin short.
All right. I should check the comments. Anybody have any charts they want us to look at?
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen any.
Nobody wants to see anything, huh?
Well, maybe I need to stop sharing charts in the Discord so that people
Well, yeah,
Actually asked
no,
me on stream.
that's a good idea.
Oh, that's funny. All
It's
right,
funny.
so let's.
There's a bunch of our of the Discord members I don't even see come in here. They don't
I know
comment. Nothing.
nothing.
I see
They don't like.
Jackie. I see
They
Alex.
must
I
not
see
like
Chris.
free airdrops.
Yeah, they think they're too good for the YouTube stream. There's Ryan. Ryan's here. Damn it. Yep, got stopped on that. Hit my stop loss on that Bitcoin for 10%, I think. Hello?
Strutting in. Well, Ryan, you can put your SOL address to be eligible for 10,000
10%.
DDB tokens.
Yeah, 10,000. What is that, like $10? If that.
It's not that much, but you know what? It's not that much today.
Yeah,
Tomorrow, it could be worth a lot.
it's like $3. But exactly. It's new. Just wait till we get this fucker listed on Alpha and BingX.
That'll be epic.
Oh, I've already talked to him
Give
about
it
it.
to someone else. Oh, that's very honorable of you.
I got plenty. You don't have as much as I do.
We already we already have. Uh, I forgot where I was going with that, but how many? Wait, how many tokens do you have?
I don't know.
I think you bought.
I
I
bought like
think
a thousand dollars worth.
you bought like 9% of the supply.
Did I?
Yeah.
Why don't I just fucking like uh what's the word? Having a brain fart. I could just do provide liquidity.
Well, you could provide liquidity, but the problem is crypto is such a shady market that people pull their liquidity without notice. And
Yeah.
that's how you get these like massive rug pulls. So the way we did it with uh, Dirty Dick Beaters is we put in the liquidity and we get
Give
Ray
it to him
tokens
a
as
penny.
a receipt, and then and then we had to burn that. So we can't get, even if we wanted to get the liquidity out, it's stuck. It's there forever.
Right.
There's no way to actually remove it. And so if you don't have that, people just won't buy it because they've been scammed so many times. And that's
Right.
really unfortunate, but I get it. Like nobody likes to be scammed.
I have 4.8 million DDB.
4.8 million. That's not bad.
Some
I think I only have like 7.
You only have like 7?
I've been giving some away.
You have 7 or like 7 million. How
7
much?
million.
Okay.
7 million.
Let's say like what?
7 million. All right. So let's check FET. I'm going to go back to my screen real quick. All right. So we've talked before in the stream about um, how money tends to rotate and things kind of move together that are in the same genre. So if we're looking at AI coins, you mentioned FET, you mentioned, let's see, I think I might have to add that. No, I have it. I just can't find it. Let's see. So just re-add it. This looks a lot weaker. FET looks pretty good to me. RNDR looks kind of like it wants to come down to 8.1. I don't know that I don't love this chart. I do like FET because as you can see, it made probably best to draw it kind of like this. It made a higher high. It still has this higher low going for it, and I really like the structure. I wouldn't if I wasn't in anything, I wouldn't mind taking a FET long here just because I like I like the way it looks. Now you do have, let's see, you have a divergence here. So that's just something to kind of look at because OBV did not make a higher high, but price did, and then volume's just kind of stagnant. Now you're going to see that, but to me, when you look at, it might be easier for y'all to visualize if I do this. Let's do it in yellow. All right. So you can see here that overall, like sometimes the bars make it look funky, but when you do a hull on the volume, it's really going down. And so you don't you want to see volume pick up. If you get long and price starts to move up, you want to see this yellow start trending higher and higher with price. And that's why OBV is so much lower. It's just not getting traded as much. I don't know that we see I don't see signs of a rotation into AI. That's not really my strong suit in terms of knowing what all the coins are. Certainly, I watch for trends, but I'm not gonna be the guy predicting AI is gonna take off next week. I'm gonna be the guy that says, okay, AI coins are showing relative strength to Bitcoin. Therefore, we are seeing a rotation. Therefore, I want to be long those if I'm going to be long. I do like the FET chart. I do not like the RNDR chart. There's one other one. Let me go back. How do you even pronounce that? AGIX? AGIX? Very, very similar to FET, except it didn't make a higher a higher high, and it's dangerously close to not having a higher low. So I just like the FET chart a lot better. What else? Somebody else put us. Let me go back. Chart id. Been watching that train wreck for a couple of weeks. Okay, let's check id. And just keep in mind that I'm watching this stuff on the daily. So, huh. That's pretty interesting. Golden pocket retrace. Pretty close to the breakout. Honestly, as long as it stays above 0.8, I kind of like this chart. Volume's pretty bad, which is probably part of the reason why it got beat up so bad. Yeah, it's like, I would say, I don't even know how to draw this. I would say, honestly, if it gets back above this level right here, so like something like that, make a move back up to this like kind of 1.4 area. I kind of like this chart, Ryan. Definitely a dumpster fire. train wreck. But you can see once it started making, it kind of broke out of this channel. And then it came back and tested it, and then it just dumped, and then it just didn't get. There's no volume here on these days, so it was moving up with no volume, and that's a pretty big issue. And then it just kind of came down, but you've got volume coming back up. I could see this being a local low for this. I don't mind that. I should probably look at it in a slightly lower time frame, but I mean, even here, it's making not quite higher highs, but the other thing with something like this is like that could take a few weeks to play out. So, all right, let's do this. Is it longable yet? I think it's longable on lower leverage. I don't see an entry to do higher leverage, but um, certainly longer. I think it's certainly doable on lower leverage as long as you're willing to hold it. And the problem being, if Bitcoin flushes down this weekend, then that that's going to take. Even though it's at a key level, I think stuff like this ends up just wicking down further and then reclaiming it. But I do like. I mean, this is a very classic golden pocket retrace on a massive move up. I mean, sometimes I lose track of just how ridiculous some of these moves are. But I mean, it's a 562% gain in 3 months. 562% gain. I mean, that's just like I don't even know. Like, yeah, that just doesn't happen. So, um, very clean golden pocket move. Obviously, it would have been a lot cooler to be in it point A2 and a lot safer and a lot tighter in validation, because if it comes down to 8.7 or 8.5, you're still you're not invalidated on that long. But I do kind of like the chart. If you want to wait for confirmation, a reclaim of this, you know, 1.05 level would to me indicate a high likelihood that it comes back to that 1.38, 1.4. So what I do here is do a horizontal just below, add an alert, and that'll pop up on my laptop, desktop, phone, iPad. If it crosses that line, I'll get an alert. Uh, and that could take an hour or it could take a few months. And I could completely forget about it, but in a few weeks, I might be walking down the steps at my house, get that alert, tap on the chart, see it, see my fib levels. Immediately, I know I'm telling myself to long this reclaim, and I would just be able to just get in without really thinking about it too much. Uh, Sometimes I do that in the Discord where I'll just like post a message saying I'm long this, and I don't have time to explain it because I'm on the go, and then it's up 100%, and people are like, "Well, I didn't know what was going on," and I'm like, "Well, I posted the chart 3 months ago, forgot about it, and got an alert, and I'm just giving you guys the heads up that I got an alert. I don't like, there's nothing. It doesn't go much deeper than that." All right, so let me go back. Anybody else? I would, if I was gonna long this, so the way I would do that is I would zoom in a bit, right? And so you use this tool over here, which is the long, right? And this goes up this way, right? But I'd want my stop loss down here, ideally below this zero point 0.8 level, and that's 15% away. So, I mean, at that point, you're basically looking at 5x 50% stop loss is still basically going to be, yeah, 5x 50% stop loss. Uh, so not full size, not high leverage, and it would be a long-term hold. And the alternative, I would wait for a dip down below 0.86 and then long on strength with a little bit more leverage. But to me, it's chopping right here. So anything over 5x and would just be risky unless you were going to watch it. Like if you think that this is going to go sooner rather than later, then certainly by all means go higher. But I think this could easily come down here and the trade idea isn't invalidated. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I think I really like ENA too. So markets close ENA. ENA is, and you can still see my chart, right? Let's see. So ENA went up, had like this monster run. I mean, it was listed on Binance on April 2nd and went up 40%. And we were trading, so we traded this breakout in the Discord. I think it was me and Alex, and like that was up like 700% on 20x, like very, very quickly. It was fun. It was fun. And then it's just been slowly just grinding down. And now I, I kind of did, I thought this dip would be a little less deep. And then it came back and retested this line and just kind of had some steady. This was mostly profit taking, in my opinion. And now it's showing relative strength. But Arthur Hayes, who is probably one of the smartest guys in crypto, uh, tweeted about it earlier in the week, which is what caused me to look at it. And he said he was counting down to when ENA hit 10. And I make it a habit to not fade Arthur when he says shit like that because he is way, way smarter than me. So, yeah, I think probably looking to have this do something like that. Just kind of chop and make a nice rounded structure and maybe like cup and handle and just launch is my best guess. All right, I'm gonna go back to your screen.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna
low leverage, 50x.
have so
What
boring.
is? Let's just do a little test. I'm gonna go into Bing X and I'm gonna look up id. Id standard max leverage is 20x.
Really?
Your 50x is massive leverage.
Then why is it not doing anything?
I don't know,
Ooh,
man, but
it's
the idea, like
2%.
to 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 the average person, 50x is massive. To the average crypto trader, 50x id is mind-blowingly high. Forget 125. I mean, it's just outrageous.
Yeah. It's boring. Moving too slow. I couldn't imagine doing it at 20x.
Well, I'm sure you're about to like, you can just hit 125x and it'll adjust your leverage, and then you can just add margin to it if you really want.
Huh?
Yeah, if you change the leverage, like if you add $10 at 125x to your id, it changes the entire position to 125x.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And that's how most of the exchanges work, where essentially, I don't know if they do it on purpose, but what people end up doing is they do like 25% of their port at 25x. And then as the trade goes against them, they keep upping the leverage to buy back in and average down and average down and average down. And if it doesn't bounce, they just get wrecked.
Yeah.
But
Right now,
it does change the entire position.
No, well, right now this long isn't looking too great.
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be a bad spot buy.
If I have any of it in spot. I have so much stuff on spot. My bonk is up 5,891%.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Some of the guys were trading Sol meme coins on Radium, and just, I mean, that stuff is it just moves so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. The fucking decentralized exchange trading can be crazy. I don't think I have any ID.
The other thing is, like, I don't know what it does.
Right? I don't know what any of it does.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what Bitcoin
all I
does.
know is I can convert it to fucking US dollars. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. Although people should know that BingX halted Solana withdrawals, and I don't know if that was because of all the issues in the blockchain.
I'd say
But
so.
if you have an issue, just reach out to customer service, because somebody posted something about their blocking withdrawals, and they weren't really blocking withdrawals. They were just not initiating Sol transactions. Which is very different.
Ever since FTX, people freak the fuck out over that shit.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
at the end of the
it was only one, freaking blockchain. That's it.
and it tells you, like, when you try, because I went in and tried, and it does say, like, it doesn't let you withdraw Sol. But then if you just withdraw anything else, it was fine. And I tested it, which is interesting because I haven't used the withdrawal function on BingX, and because I've just been using the P2P, and which is a really, really cool way. And when I talk to the AlphaX folks, they're making that a priority to be able to add that feature so that people can get money in and out. Because at the end of the day, the exchange doesn't control the fees and the processing time. And then if you move it to Coinbase or whatever, it's just it's a barrier to entry and exit that is really no longer an issue when you have P2P.
Sucks. I hate Coinbase. They suck so bad.
They're terrible.
Their
Like, how
customer
are they?
service is like the worst I've ever had to deal with ever.
There's no customer service.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it
it
is.
doesn't
They don't know what
exist.
the fuck they're doing.
It's
It's
crazy.
someone reading the fucking screen on what to say when they say this, you say that. They don't know anything about fucking crypto. Probably some fucking, customer service fucking center in the Philippines.
I don't know. The one time I had issues, I couldn't even get anybody on the phone. There wasn't even a
Yeah,
phone
you can't.
number.
Yeah, you can only chat.
Yeah, it's
There's
insane.
no call. Like you can. I searched. I remember when I was in New York, the for first time last year. I can't remember, but like I was sitting there. I remember because I was walking along the Hudson at this park and just doing everything I could to find any phone number for Coinbase. And I could find numbers, but they just took you to someone automated. It's like, fuck. I never did get that money either. Like $5,000 on a fucking faulty ass transfer. I was
That's a
pissed.
pain. All right, so you guys got 4 minutes to post your AlphaX UID or Solana wallet to qualify. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the
We've only had one person post their Solana.
no two,
Oh, was there two?
two. Yeah,
Oh yeah, there was two.
we're gonna have to have Jackie put it into the randomizer.
The two people.
Yeah,
How many? How many are we doing? We're just giving it to one.
we could give it to one. We could just
We're
send
giving
each
it
of
to
them
five
5K.
people. 5 people out of the two.
Oh, that's funny. It
S&P
is
trying
funny.
to Spy was trying to break out there a little bit.
52.55. Yes. Whoa, we got 1,500 people watching.
Yeah, that's what we've had almost the whole time. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, your Sol address. Solana, Sol, same thing.
Sole address for the DDB, AlphaX UID for the UST,
But
USDT,
it can't just be any
AlphaX.
Sol address, right?
Yeah, it has to be a wallet. It has to be like I think Phantom or Jupiter or one of like the legit Solana wallets, not like an exchange deposit address. It has to be an actual Solana
I
wallet.
did it all on Trust Wallet.
I think you can do Trust Wallet. I do Phantom just because that's what when the NFT craze was happening and you could like buy the NFTs and trade them. That's what was easiest to use. And then I got stuck holding like 8 NFTs, basically worthless.
I haven't checked my NFTs in forever.
I have one nifty island that I think is worth something, but the rest are basically worthless.
I got some pudgy penguins.
You have some pudgy penguins?
Yeah,
Those were worth a good bit a while ago. Are they
yeah,
still worth anything?
yeah. And I got a mecha penguin.
I liked the pudgy penguins.
Yeah, I actually have two of them.
What was it? There was one.
Yeah,
There's like
currently
a.
worth 1.06 ETH.
There was a time where there was like a wallet that had like I don't remember what the NFT was. There was like $350 million worth of NFTs in a wallet that hadn't been touched in forever.
Jesus. So I had somebody ask me for my for a wallet address, and I didn't know they were sending me an NFT, and I just gave them just a wallet address, but it have doesn't offer like the wallet address I sent it to. They don't do NFTs, so it was sent to that address, but I have no way of moving it anywhere else. And that's for one of the pudgy penguins I have that's currently valued at $3,500.
And you can't. What do you mean you can't move it?
I can't do anything with it because I can't access it on the wallet because the wallet doesn't support NFTs.
So it's gone.
No, it's sitting there because you can use what's it called, Xerion, and you can enter a wallet address, and it'll show you all of the assets for that wallet, including NFTs. So it still shows up, but I can't actually do anything with it. I can't move it because, and I've contacted the wallet's customer service too.
And they said they didn't say they
They
didn't give you any
said we don't
options.
support NFTs, and I'm like, fuck you. Yeah, see, that's it right there. It's one of my pudgy penguins.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Look
That's
at
the one.
that.
That's the one I can't touch.
He's cute.
Yeah, that was a whoops.
I need to no show. Sorry. I need to figure out how to copy these soul addresses.
That's my other one.
I like them. I always like the pudgy penguins though. I like the art.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Yep. I bet you can't guess who sent me those.
Ted.
Yep. Yep. Fucking Teddy.
That's hilarious.
Hey, look, I'm green. What do you know? No, nope. I'm even. Oh, up 3%, 5%, 6. Oh, it's making a little move.
Which is really hilarious because BTC is not moving up. It's actually moving down.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like SPY did a little up and then drop.
All right, so let's do this. Just to make sure, I will comment after the stream with whoever won the DDV tokens. I will make sure that you have the correct address before I just send it and burn another like Mini did.
I don't know.
Except that was like 2.5 million tokens.
Why did we get Minnie involved in this, and why does he have? Why is he like involved so like heavily?
Because he got really into it. Because
Yeah,
when I
he's a,
posted and I said, "Hey, I've got 50 million tokens," and a few people were like, "Yeah, we want in." He was one of the first ones to be like, "I'll send you a soul."
but he's a fucking fucktard.
This is true,
Like he's
but
not. He's not dumb. Like he's smart, but he does stupid shit. He's like one of the dumbest smart people I know.
yeah, I think that yeah, he's a tough character. Um,
Oh,
but
yeah, Frank,
nonetheless,
that's not the right address, Frank.
nonetheless, he gave me the wrong address and we lost 2.5 million DDB tokens,
No,
which is
he
not as bad
no, he
as the
gave you the right
guy.
he gave you the right address. He just didn't give you the address that you wanted to
Right.
send it to. He sent it to
Which,
himself.
although, did you hear about the guy a couple weeks ago? He accidentally burned all of the pre-sale holders' tokens. So I don't know if you know how this works, but essentially, when you do a pre-sale, people send you money, and you use that to get the token off the ground
Yeah,
and provide the liquidity.
yeah.
And then once it's up and running, you send them the tokens that they're worth. Well, he accidentally burned all of their tokens. So all these people, and some of them had like sent in like 50 grand
Damn. Why
and
can't we
like
get people like that?
all of
Send
their
us
stuff.
50 grand.
I know. It's insane. Like y'all listen, our viewers have to step it up.
Yeah, y'all fucking suck. Bunch of broke
Yeah, you guys
motherfuckers.
like I should have asked for more than one soul as well. But, honestly, I didn't think one person would send me a soul, let alone like six or eight. So,
They're all a bunch of
uh,
degenerate gamblers. They were all about it.
well, it's like the pudgy penguins. It's a good, it's a, just a, let me borrow 1K. That's a question for Andax. He's the money man.
Get a fucking job, Alex. I mean, all
Oh,
of our people are fucking poor. Big money people.
so when I look at the stream on YouTube, the Solana addresses aren't showing up.
It's in the chat.
Not on the not on the YouTube website. It's in my chat on the stream service.
Oh, you're right. That's weird. Like YouTube blocks them.
Yeah, YouTube blocks the addresses. So what I'll do is
Fuck.
um, I think most of these people are on the Discord, so I'll just
You're
message
gonna
you directly on the Discord to confirm and get the information, and we'll do it. We'll do it that way
yeah.
for the GDB. I'll probably do that tonight.
Well,
All
you'll have
right.
to help Frank on
We'll
setting up
we'll
the Phantom wallet.
Frank, you'll be included in the raffle. Jackie'll do her magic in terms of picking out who wins because Andax and I can't be trusted. And then
As
we'll
you.
let we'll let y'all know. Well, like I haven't, somebody has to go through the UIDs and send them to AlphaX. I'd probably just end up picking the first three that chimed in.
See,
Like,
I can't be trusted to do it the way it's supposed to be done. I would just send all the UIDs, like give it to all of them.
give it to all of them. So
Everybody gets some.
So there's a couple things that I hinted at one of them in the Discord. And if you're on the live stream, don't share this because it's not a done deal yet. But I'm talking to AlphaX about doing a 3-day promotion where they're gonna do zero fees.
Oh, that'd be
So
cool.
it's gonna be zero fees on everything, including 125x leverage for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like that is a scalper's dream.
Is it going to
Like,
be zero fees, or is it going to be where we're reimbursed fees?
well,
Because we've done that before, where we've reimbursed fees.
the details aren't hashed out yet, but I think it's going to be zero fees charged for
Huh.
the entry and the exit for 3 days. And I was very specific. I said, are we going to include 125x? Like all of it. And they said
Yeah,
yes.
it's got to be everything or nothing.
Right.
Can't really do it any other way. I don't even understand all of it, like the fees. Like I know the fucking trading fee, but I guess they don't do funding fees.
No, they
You know,
still do funding fees.
I've never seen them. Like I'm looking at an order right now. I don't see funding fees anywhere. All I see is
Look at
trading
your
fee. All I see is
look at
trading fee, which they take up front.
look at your open position.
Why is it? Okay, where am I looking?
On the right, the three dots. Huh.
Yeah, I don't even see a fee on here.
Okay, close out of that and then go up to the top. See, it should be right there in the middle.
Oh yeah, it does have a
Funding fee.
funding. Yeah, maybe they're taking that up front also. Because like BingX, they took it like at the end. So like if you made profit, it was a percentage, so their fee was higher.
Yeah.
Now it's like I put $1,000 into it, and then they took this. Where's it at? I have to show it on the. Yeah, they took it here. Wait, nope, here. Yeah, trading fee. Unless I only entered into this thing twice. Why the hell is there so many? I think because it shows when you open it and when you close a position.
Yeah.
So there was. Okay, this is the whole transaction. Trading fee. Trading fee. Trading fee. Trading fee. What the fuck? Oh, that's for every transaction. That one trade. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that'd be cool. I know in the past, like with BingX, we did zero fees, and it was like basically you just got reimbursed the next day for all your fees from the day before.
Right. Yeah. So, oh, look at that. I said 5250. We're at 5250.
After hours?
I mean, I think that's basically where we closed.
Yeah.
Um, so from here,
52.
you're looking at there's a very, very high probability that if we see a significant move away from 67.5 through at some point tonight or tomorrow, that into Sunday afternoon, Monday, maybe early Tuesday, we revisit 67.5. Now, CME hasn't closed. The ETFs are still probably trading. So you got to give that a little bit of wiggle room. But at the end of the day, the easiest play is the mean reversion play on the weekend. If you're gonna fail, right? But if you can hit that trade 3 out of 4 times, you should more than end up green. And that's just the easy trade. I think if Bitcoin stays above 66K, you're gonna have some decent chances at alts on the upside. I don't trust Bitcoin to do that, especially on a weekend, but at some point, if you insist on trading weekends, that's what you have to kind of go for. Longing Bitcoin at 67.5 makes no sense to me. You're gonna get much better R&R out of alts here. I like ENA. I think Sol got beat up last night and this morning way more than it should have. So I haven't changed my mind on that. If you have any questions over the weekend, tag us in the Discord or tag us in the YouTube comments, and we'll try to answer that. And we will be back next week. I guess, are we gonna do Tuesday open?
I don't know. I'm kind of liking doing the close. It seems like we get more people watching.
Well, we'll announce it. We're not gonna stream on Monday. It'll probably be Tuesday.
Why don't
So
we ever do Monday?
because I'm busy. We can do
Whatever.
Monday though.
Whatever. Busy.
uh Mondays are a little bit more unpredictable, but we will announce it on the Twitter and the Discord when the next stream is, and we'll get. I'm trying to get some better prizes and better airdrops for y'all. So if you do us a favor of sharing the stream with your friends, sharing it on Twitter, share it really wherever you want to go. You go to the grocery store, tell the
Send it,
checkout clerk about it.
send it
The
to your
more,
mom. Put it on a blimp.
yeah, the more people we get, the bigger the airdrops will get. So that's what for when we talk to AlphaX and try to get, because I'm trying to get $100 USDT airdrops, and their response is you got to get more viewers. And so, and it doesn't count if you're watching it on one account on your phone and another account on your desktop. I tried it. They know.
Yeah, they probably pull IPs.
Yeah. So we really
So
just want to try it.
use a VPN on one of those.
Yeah. And my thought is for the folks that are in the Discord in the future, if we start getting more entries, we're going to give the verified Discord users more entries into the raffle as well. So um, as we get more viewers, people will get more and bigger airdrops. So make sure to share it. And if you guys, Mini is the equivalent to a Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes.
Minnie's the only one that's not eligible for anything.
Yeah.
He's shadow banned from everything.
Oh, that is too funny. Hey, you're up almost $100 on that long.
Yeah, it was more than that a minute ago. I look at percentage. I don't look at dollars.
Oh, excuse me.
It's funny that Minnie, like anytime I change his name in the Discord, he never changes it back. I can't remember why, but it was like 4 months ago. I named him Teenage Wasteland, and it's been the same.
Well, I mean, it's yeah, Frank, you're eligible for the airdrop. If I'll message the winner in the Discord and make sure that the addresses are correct. And Alex, I think the answer was no. You cannot borrow $1,000.
Yeah, it was a definite no.
But
How
And
many
the
times
thing
we've
with
actually done that? Like loan money to like some of our Discord members, and then they just fucking ghost me. Remember Waspy One?
yeah.
Yeah, you notice how he just disappeared one day?
I
Yeah,
like philosophy.
I like him too. But like, I loaned him like $3,000, and like he was supposed to pay me back. I can't remember because he hasn't been around for a long time. But like, I hit him up like, "Oh yeah, hey, by the way, weren't you supposed to have like a payment to me by now?" Like in DMs, nothing. Then he stopped talking in the fucking Discord. I'd comment on his Twitter posts. Like,
I honestly, I really want to show up with a truck, like a refrigerated truck, and buy one of his cows.
yeah. He did send me some meat once, which was very nice of him. It was like him just showing his appreciation for the loan. He sent me some nice steaks and some bacon, and yeah, that was 3,000. Apparently, that was $3,000 in a couple steaks and some couple pounds of bacon. Most expensive fucking meat I've ever had, and I've had fucking Wagyu and
Uh,
Kobe.
I would almost say at this point, you're never going to get your money back. So we should
Yeah,
just invite him, just tell him it's forgiven and invite him back.
I pretty much have. He don't even respond to me.
Oh, that's too funny.
I told him he could fucking work it off. Like, come back and help with charts and shit. He was a good analyst.
Yeah, he was good at spotting those like hyperbolic moves.
Yeah. So if you happen to be one of the 1,500 people watching right now, Waspy, bring your ass back.
Yeah, no hard feelings, buddy.
Hard feelings. You're a douche, but I'll forgive you.
Yeah, as long as you're willing to take a small amount of verbal abuse in the chat, you can come back.
I mean, everyone in the Discord can take a small amount of verbal abuse, or else they would have left a long time ago.
Yeah, if you don't have thick skin, you're not going to make it very long in our Discord. It's
Exactly.
by the way, for the viewers, it's free. You get free stuff for being a part of it. But yes, it is a tough crowd.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's funny.
it is funny,
You just
and we
don't
have
want
a
to.
good time.
You just can't be sensitive when you're on the receiving end. Sometimes I'm on the receiving end. Everyone's giving me shit. I don't care.
Well, I mean, sometimes you deserve it.
A lot of times I deserve it.
I'll never forget. I posted, and it's been a long time ago. I posted a message, and I had like looked at a chart, and essentially, like I was following the flow of BTC on Bybit, and I saw some stuff that made me think that it was all going to come like tumbling down. And I really honestly thought like we were going to get like a 10-15% spot drop on Bitcoin. And I posted in the Discord, I said, I think we're getting really close to a moment in which you could short fucking anything you want and bank. And then like 10 minutes later, Bitcoin just like shot up and rocketed like 5%. And I think it was Blakely. He was like, he went back and commented on my comment and was like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Like, I mean, we all get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, and so,
I mean, you only have to be right 60% of the time to be profitable.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's more about, I think sometimes you can get really in your head and lose track of, you know, what reality is and having a group of people to keep you in check sometimes. And like you'll see it in the Discord. You'll see like people's chat, like their communications get very negative, and you'll see somebody come in and be like, "Hey, you should probably take a break now."
Yeah, yeah.
And like
Time to walk away.
if you have some random person on the internet that you've never met telling you to take a break, that's a gut check. And so to me it's like it's just being part of that community and being accountable sometimes is is really helpful. So I encourage everybody that's watching to go on the Discord because it's free
And make fun of
and
everyone.
and just make fun of whoever you want. Yeah, we don't care. All right, so I think rather than watching Andex's id long go nowhere, we're gonna wrap it up. Make sure you get out, touch some grass, don't stare at charts. Weekends suck for trading, so I always say size down. But
You'll never
if
feel
you
alone again.
if you get that set up, if you get that mean reversion set up, don't hesitate to take it because it's been working every other week leading up. Full port long ENA is what I'm hearing.
Up to
Dude, look at that chart.
2.7%.
Look at this. Hold on. Let me, before we go, look at this. And I'm going to have to load it up. ENA BTC. They're adding it. It's, Tidu told me it was going to be on for sure by Monday, but they were trying to add it sooner. Yes, it is on BingX. So if you look at, right, like it had this like kind of downward thing, and now okay, so this is the ENA BTC chart, right? ENA is showing very, very clear and distinct strength on the BTC pairing. And this still looks like garbage. However, like I said this morning, you gotta there's a trend line here somewhere. I don't know where it's ultimately gonna be, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure people could draw this any number of ways. That way probably makes the most sense. But at the end of the day, this is if BTC holds up, this to me was one of my favorite charts. Both because of the USDT and the BTC pairing, and the fact that Arthur Hayes said it was going to 10. Do not discount that guy. I don't even know what it does. I should have Googled like what this thing does, but I didn't. Blind faith. But for now, you've got a really, really clean invalidation. Just look for it to start to keep this kind of move up. And if it wasn't for the fact that I don't trust BTC, I'd be in. So I did try on ENA just to be fully transparent. I longed ENA here and got stopped out here. And I just don't want to keep getting chopped up on it. And so it's in this little kind of consolidation thing, and I'm okay with missing it because I have Sui and I have Sol. But this is one of the charts I'm going to be keeping an eye on this weekend, especially when you consider that the relative strength, I really only noticed it at like noon. So, yeah, keep an eye on it. So, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your grocery clerk. Yeah, share with everybody. And if you have any questions, hit us up in the Discord or in the chat, and we will be back. We will announce the next stream either Sunday or Monday. Probably be on Tuesday. Probably be around close. And have a good weekend. All right, we'll see you guys next week.